mood this week, obviously coming off a win and scoring some points?
I think we were in a better mood Saturday night. I think everybody was in a pretty good mood. I think everybody was in a pretty good mood. Probably Sunday. Sunday was really spirited around here. It's back to work. Though Sunday night we had victory dinner. Everybody enjoyed that. And then, players had, I guess, the rest of the night. But the coaches went back to work, and, then you move on. So, yeah, you don't have time to worry about that. So it's just, did we do good on that play? You're in a good mood. Didn't do good on that play. You're kind of in a bad mood. So, I'm in a bad mood a lot sometimes. Yeah. Not when your guys are around, though, because y'all make me happy. I don't know about that hat. What happened to the Commanders there? What, you giving up on them already? Well, lost one game. You're that fan. You're that fan, aren't you? Yeah. Okay.
With the two quarterback deal, Coach, obviously, I know Coach Houston kind of makes the final call. But what's it like during the game when you're communicating, hey, do we go to Flynn or Mason here? Like, kind of walking through that process.
Yeah, we're still in that two quarterback deal, which can be good. I know that it's driving our defense crazy. I guess Blake will talk about that a little bit about, they got a couple different quarterbacks, and I was thinking about that today. I was like, well, maybe that's not such a bad idea if it drives them that crazy. Me and Coach meet throughout the week. We're here about 94 hours a week, literally, and so we have a lot of time to talk. And then he texts me at home sometimes too. We text back and forth like that, believe it or not. So we talk about what's the plan, what we think's best, how would we do it. They're different. Last week we had talked a lot about Flynn starting, bringing Mason in. The situation or whatever. We actually put Mason in on the goal line to run a quarterback run there. The ball was really wet. The kids were really complaining. Coach was arguing with the referees about why we couldn't get a dry ball in. They had some kind of mechanical deal. I don't know what the deal was with that. We kind of went to Mason in the second half just because we thought, let's do some quarterback run. We had a lead. We weren't going to sit on the lead, but we just thought, okay, this would be a good time to do that. And then he played really well. He did a really nice job. And so we thought we'll just give Alex a little bit more rest because he'd been banged up a little bit, and then we obviously got a great chance to get Jeter in the game, which that was a good moment to get him in, and he took us down. And we didn't have to take us far because they kept turning it over, but he did take us in there and score. So, but yeah, we just kind of talk about the flow of the game and if this happens, what would we do? So it's it's not totally laid out. We haven't gotten it to where he's going the third series or anything like that, and people have done that before. It's just really more about this is how we're going to start, and if we start getting this, we may go do this. And then I just say, Coach, how about this? And he okays it or he vetoes it.
I know you talked about a couple weeks ago wanting to kind of thin out that running back rotation.
Yeah.
But with all these guys scoring and performing well, I don't know how you kind of read that, but
the weird thing that happened is. We're trying to get it down to where, I wanted Raji to get more carries. I want Javius to get more touches, more carries like that. And so Marlon actually kind of tweaked his hamstring a little bit on Thursday. And so Camaro probably wouldn't have got that opportunity. That you're talking about next guy up. Why you better be ready. We showed the team this thing today of Tom Brady talking about his rookie year. And y'all probably saw that was out today. It was an unbelievable deal, and that was Camaro Edmonds right there last week. Okay, you better just make your reps count. And then all of a sudden Marlon couldn't go, and we had a lead, and it was a good time to get another guy in there because not that we were taking it like it's over, but you have a little bit of we could play somebody. One play won't lose the game or whatever here. Now the thing about Camaro is that if he gets the ball, he's going to go score. I'm telling you, in practice he does it all the time too. And so we are looking at each other like, well, maybe we do need to give him the ball more. And that's not uncommon. That's happened everywhere that I've ever been, and everybody's got that story on some team where some guy wasn't getting much, and then all of a sudden got his chance, and everybody's like, okay, now we see, what we need to see. So the team was fired up for him. That's the good thing about that. The kids pull for each other. Raji's the most unselfish good player running back I've ever been around, saying. So he's out there leading them, pulling for the team, so it was good. But Marlon's back this week, so we're the only one's out's Gerald Green, who got hurt in the game. He would have gotten maybe those carries, and he slipped out there and hurt his ankle or his foot or something a little bit. So he may be out a week or two.
How's Alex Flynn doing health-wise?
He's the healthiest he's been since he got banged up today. You got to know Alex. Alex is not ever very high or very low. He me and him, we're opposites a little bit. I'm personality A. He's about C, I think, or something, if there is such a deal. He's never real high. Today, I could tell he felt better. For the first time, he actually said, "Yeah, I'm really starting to feel good." So some of that treatment's working a little bit there, and I'm, not getting hit as much last week, obviously, probably helped that a little bit too.
Trying to get him to slide a little bit more.
Well, and he is a baseball player. I would think he would know how to do that, but the thing with the slide now is they mark it as soon as you you do, that head tilts back, boom. So it is kind of hard to slide and get any yards, so they all like to be aggressive. They are tough kids, that's for sure. They do that, and I don't know, if you slide some, they still hit you, it looks like, out there anyhow, so.
Mason was getting it out quick and
Yeah.
had that touchdown as well. Have you noticed maybe a little more confident?
I feel like Mason has relaxed a little bit. His desire to do well, and maybe the pressure can get really, really, hard. I think, last week we walked off the field Thursday, and I was, talking with him about, how you have to prepare as a backup versus a starter, but it's different than the backup he was before, because this backup is you're going in the game. Last year he was backing up Holton, but only if Holton didn't get up was he probably going in when the game was still on the line. Now, we're talking about the difference and how you got to prepare, and he was saying, yeah, you know what, I'm good. I really am. I'm starting to understand that, and how you prepare and how you warm up, and then you don't play for a while, and trying to find that rhythm a little bit. I was like, you just got to be ready. I don't know when it's going to be, but you will be in the game, and your game plan, and it's a little different, what we were doing. And he went in, he played well, and after the game, God, he was in the best place, and that was another great feeling that he felt good about himself, because, obviously it's been tough. It's a hard business. Fame's not all it's cut out to be now. It's really not all it's cut out to be. I think he might have learned that a little bit. It comes with a price.
Almost even as far as pass yards and run yards on Saturday. Is that a 50-50 mix you're kind of looking for as far as game plan, or one way or another?
I still you'd like to have more yards. I was a little shocked, but then I blame Blake for that a little bit. The other team kept turning it over, giving us a short field. Now, we enjoyed that. Trust me, I didn't get mad about that. I don't know. We would like to be able to run it and throw it equally well. I don't know that I care about how the stats come out. I just want to be able to do either one, equally well, so that if the team takes away the run game, you can throw the ball. If they take away the throw game, you can run the ball. So people are really, nobody wants you to run the ball. Everybody wants to stop you from running the ball. In a game like that, it was wet conditions, the wind was swirling a little bit. You would think, okay, we're going to really have to run the ball, but really probably throwing the ball is what got it going, for us. We dropped a pass on the second play, but that could have gotten us going a little bit earlier. Mason was in to run a little bit because of the conditions being bad like that, but so good question, but I don't know that I check the stats that much. I know everybody, wants to just throw it every snap, I guess, and I don't have a problem with that, but, you got to do what you got to do to win the game.
Rice, they've given up some plays, but they got a pretty experienced, good defensive player.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Well, what you see out of Rice's defense is it's very complex. It's one of those ones that, boy, Sunday, when you put it on, you're like, oh, gosh, all right, stop it. All right, what number is that? Okay, they play guys in multiple positions, so they move around, so it's a little difficult. It's an NFL-type system defense. The guy that's calling it's been in the NFL for 7 or 8 years, so you can see the NFL influence in it. So it's very multiple. It's a lot of movements, a lot of different stuff. And what you see is they make a lot of good defensive plays. Man, they just stop them. Their weakness has been they have given given up some big plays. You know, Gardner Webb had given up 5 explosive runs of 12 yards or more in the first 3 games or whatever, I guess, and that's not that many. And I think we had 7 or 8, so you know we were pleased to be able to get that. Rice has given up more explosive plays, but now they got more tackles for a loss and stuff like that. So they kind of make you play an ugly game in that, you know, offensively we'd love to just be high efficient, you know, make a lot just yards all the time, keep the ball, have good drives, end up in scores, you know, not have many bad plays. Boy, they force you in some bad plays, and you got to just sometimes you got to just keep running it or throwing it that same play, because a big play will come eventually off of that, and that's what people have done. Offensively, they run the clock down to 5 seconds. So they're going to milk the thing, not let you get the ball back, you know, so you're going to have to also make your possessions count. And they're throwing it a lot. So you think like, wow, okay, playing another team's going to throw, good. We're going to open this thing up. It's going to be a lot of possessions, be a high-scoring game. But they don't play it. It's not really like that. They let the clock run down, so you don't get that many possessions. And, you know, when they're playing well, I guess they're still scoring a lot of points, so you still got to match that.
I think you and Coach Shank are the only ones that have the experience of going into Rice and kind of experiencing the lack of an atmosphere they have. How have you kind of prepared the guys for that this week?
Hi, Joe. Is that a nice way of saying that I'm old? Because I hear that's going around. And they may be right about that. I don't know if I'd argue with on that or not. Yeah, I've been to Rice twice. That rhymed, didn't it? And neither one of them were good. Now, I understand no trip from East Carolina has ever been good down to Rice. And it is one of those old Conference USA type atmosphere games, as we say, where, you know, there were those schools that it was, you know, bring your own family and friends, you know, like that, because there's not the crowd. And we've played, 4 games? How many we played? 4? 4 games, and we played in front of 100,000. A pretty good home crowd here, I think. Okay, Appalachian record-setting 40,000, you know, type atmosphere there. And then again, even with the rain, I guess the crowd was pretty decent. They said the atmosphere was good. From the press box, that's where you really don't have much of a feel for that. So we have talked to the team a lot about going down there, and, you know, guys that are not in the game are really important. Okay, they're always important, but they're even more important to kind of keep some juice going like that. And, you know, Coach even mentioned the COVID year, you know, like, okay, it could be a little bit. Now, I don't think it'll be quite to that extent, but it is a big, huge stadium, had a Super Bowl, had Blue Bonnet Bowls, all those stuff like that. So they are a very, very small school. So there won't be a great student section there. You know, so we'll have to handle that. I would hope we would be okay with that, though.